the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brees. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and the 11.
From the gun, it's Brees. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Bengals now to take over.
They'll be led out by a guy who is very familiar with his defense from all his years in the AFC East. He, of course, is the great Tom Brady.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away.
Back deep is Boston Scott.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 41, Brees, and he finds Montgomery complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down, Dolphins.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Breeze pass.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze finding Knox there, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an...
Now Breeze lost the football, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
And it's third down.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox.
Complete to Dawson Knox.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead.
3. Bengals nothing.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. First and 10. Here's Brady. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After one on EA Sports.
Dolphins 3, Bengals nothing.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin.
Brady's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20.
Now Brady again.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady.
That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will tie us at 3-3.
3-3.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now, here come the Bengals. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
From midfield, here's Brady. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
Drew Brees sacked.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Brady's throw there complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Dave's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Brady. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Gano's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
Bengals 6, Dolphins 3.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he gets it to Funchess complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. That's caught by Montgomery. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A final shot before half for Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out.
6 yardage out.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos doing battle with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And penalty markers down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Brady. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. On the return is Scott. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. Funches with a catch over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a 1st.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Caught left side, Williams.
Breeze pass.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run. Montgomery. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Adrian Amos on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up
now Breeze. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Dawson Knox, 27 yards. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
Younghoe Koo.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. Now Brady. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam.
Brady's pass. Complete.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Now Mostert. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. To throw is Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
1st and 10.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Brady's pass.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
From the gun, Brady, and that is incomplete here.
Brady's
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Brady's pass. Incomplete on the defense.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Brett Kern now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Scott to return it.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now here come the Dolphins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
At the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up
from the 44. Breeze. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. A gain there of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ready, 95-56.
Breeze now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Breeze. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side, because
Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And the lead is up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was David run that polished it all. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Play action. Now it's Brady. Man open. It's Goodwin. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Bradley Chubb leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
2nd down and goal. Brady flushed out right. And he's
He's going to go down again. Bradley Chubb picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Will Fuller there to make the grab. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. With it on the return is Logan. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Miami set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
And then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And a Dolphin 1st down.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Ready? Ready?
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
A gain of 6.
Ready? You're waiting.
Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they take a knee. The exits here. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part one, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. Anything is off during that